Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Shazam, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what the movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie if you want to. If you don't want to, that's totally okay. But if you really are interested right now in my opinions and thoughts about this movie, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright, so Shazam is a movie that's been released in 2019. It's another DC superhero slash comedy type of a movie. So yeah, this is another movie about DC comic book hero. And it follows the story of a 15-year-old teenager, Billy Batson. He gets adopted very often through different families, and every time he gets adopted, he runs away from that family to look for his mother that he got separated with when he was a little kid. So basically they were walking down the street in the huge crowd of people, and they just got separated accidentally. At least that's what he thinks. And that's how he lost his mother. Then police found him later and they were looking for his mother, but later in the movie he finds out the truth. He finds his mother actually, and he finds the truth that she actually left him. They did not get separated. She actually saw him later with the police officers, and she just decided not to take care of him anymore, unfortunately, because she thought that they can do a better job than her. And before all that happens, he gets adopted to this huge family that adopts children, and they are really lovely and caring and want to open doors to another kid in their home. And these adoption agencies, they tell him that he cannot run from the families anymore, that what is he doing is wrong, that he needs to stop looking for his mother. And yeah, you know, a lot of things happen here and there about his adaptation and stuff, and it is kind of tragic, the story behind him. And yeah, I can understand him. I would probably do the same thing if I was on his place. So yeah, he decides to stay with this new family that adopts him, and that's where he meets his friend Freddy, that is also adopted in this family. And Freddy is a big fan of comic books and superheroes, and he absolutely loves them. So he is probably the most interesting character to me after Billy Batson in this movie. And they start to hanging out, you know, go to school together, and they soon become friends and really good with each other. But from one special reason, in other dimension, there's this wizard that is getting really old, and there is this 7 statues that are actually 7 deadly sins, and they are like statues that look very demonic and evil. And this wizard called Shazam is actually keeping them in that other dimension, that temple. But the problem is that he's getting old and his powers are weakening, and he quickly needs to find a new champion to get his power transacted to that champion, so that new champion can contain the evil in that temple. Unfortunately, there is of course villain. He's called Dr. Siwana, and he also has a pretty tragic backstory. Since he was a kid, his family was really unsupportive towards him. They were bullying him, and he grew up with a lot of hate towards his family. And he was really angry and pissed, and when he grew up, he became this doctor scientist that studied that other dimension where this Shazam wizard is, because he has been invited by Shazam when he was a little kid to wield the power of Shazam, but he failed because he's not worthy. And Wizard invites a bunch of people to actually wield his power, but none of them was worthy until Billy Batson came. And then Billy Batson was finally the one who was worthy, and he gets the powers of this wizard Shazam. And every time he says Shazam, lightning strikes him from the sky, and he just turns into this superhero with cool looking costume, and he has a bunch of superpowers now. He's like super fast, super strong, he can like shoot electricity and bunch of different things. And later what happens in the movie is that this Dr. Siwana, when he grew up and when he became scientist and doctor, he finally find a way to open the path to the dimension where this wizard is, and then he takes this object of power or something like that, the eye, and he puts it actually in his eye, and that's when he releases the 7 deadly sins. And Shazam, wizard, tries to stop him, but he fails because he's too weak, and that villain releases these 7 deadly sins upon the earth, and he is just now evil that walks the world. And Billy Batson is now on the mission to stop him from destroying the world, while he also figures out how to use his superpowers. And then he makes the YouTube channel with a Freddy, and he becomes like a local superhero, and that's where the funniest part of the movie is. That's where the most of the jokes happen and everything, So yeah, this movie is one of those movies where you just have a good guy fighting a bad guy while he's a kid, and there is just fuck ton of childish jokes and a lot of cringe. So that's how I seen this movie. I mean, this movie, I think it's made for gather your family around and then sit and watch it. That's what I think this movie is good for. If you want to watch this movie with your family and kids, yeah, this is totally that type of a movie. But I can't say that this was some super cool superhero movie with some cool story and epic moments, because it wasn't. I mean, this is not the purpose of that movie. So yeah, I think this is childish superhero that's just meant to be fun to watch, and that's pretty much it about the Shazam. There's nothing much to say about it. It's just cringy, childish superhero. He's basically 15-year-old who just got superpowers, and he's doing all the teenage things he couldn't do before, but now he can do it because he has superpowers. And people actually start to like him. He gets a lot of subscribers on his superhero channel, and he gets really famous and everything. And then later Freddy argues with Billy how he's wrong with what is he doing. He's using like popularity and everything. He doesn't care about the true superhero purpose, blah blah blah. Just classic childish movie. So yeah, my final opinion on this movie is that it's fun if you are a teenager or a little kid, and these jokes are probably going to be fun to you. But to someone like me who is 20 years old, these jokes are just cringy and annoying, and they're just not funny. I mean, I do enjoy the action part of this movie, even though there is not a lot of action in this movie. But I do enjoy the CGI and all the cool effects, and I do found some jokes funny and hilarious, but most of them were just way too childish for me. And yeah, I don't know. In general, I don't think this is a bad movie. Like I said, if you want to sit and watch it with your family, this movie is gonna do just fine. I think it's gonna fill all of your expectations. But then again, if you're gonna sit and watch this movie yourself, thinking that it's some sort of a super serious, cool superhero movie with cool story and really interesting characters, no. The Shazam is just not that kind of a movie. Alright, so I think I said everything I wanted about this movie, and yeah, if you enjoyed this review, guys, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. Also, you can join my Chris Facebook group. I post all kind of stuff over there. Link is down below in the description, together with my as.fm, where you can leave any questions if you have any questions. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.